Howdy everybody, Efour here, and welcome back to the channel for Season 1, Episode 3 of our FIFA 23 Youth to Gold save. In the last episode, we finally scored our first goals for the club in this new series, and we got 2 wins, which was huge for this team. We also signed up a couple of our first Youth Academy prospects. If you forget the rules of this save, they're down in the description, but this is a Youth Academy only rebuild. No transfers, so those youth scouting reports are huge, and we signed 3 of them. One of them is going to be starting for us today in this episode, but let's dive in. In the month of September as we start this 3rd episode with games against Stevenage, Gillingham, Crawley Town, Mansfield Town, and Sutton United. We will be doing the live comm today against Mansfield Town on the 17th because they are the top team in this league. Before we hop into the highlights against these first 3 teams, we're going to be checking out the first squad just to give you some feedback and ideas that I've had and the feelings that I've had so far through our first 2 episodes about our best 11. So let's go check out the team. In my opinion, this is our best 11. Ibrahim in goal is the best we got, really. That's why he starts. You guys have seen through the first 2 episodes that he's not a good goalkeeper, but he's the best we have. Lawrence is pretty darn decent out on that left wing. Hyde and Guest are definitely our best center back partnership. Guest is huge and I enjoy using them. We don't really have tons of other options, but these 2 have been the best thus far, and we're going to keep rolling with them along with Dyer at right back because, again, he's the best we have. Rice has been very good in the center of the park. I enjoy using him as well. He's not very good. He's pretty slow, but he's decently rounded, and he seems to just be around the ball at all times, so I really like having him. Wilkes is the talisman of this team thus far in this series. He scored the most goals for the club. He's one of the best players, if not the best player on the pitch at all times for us. He has the same rating as Hyde and Benson, but man, Wilkes is something else. He's a very, very good player. Arnold out here on the left, he has replaced whatever his name is, I can never remember it, Bowman. He's replaced Bowman because Bowman just does not do it. Arnold, he's slower, but he just seems like he can dribble in and out of people better, gets into better attacking positions. I really enjoy using him. Hobbs out here on the right wing has scored 2 goals. Again, another pretty good player. We don't really have another great right wing option, and Hobbs does the best job, especially with that 5-star weak foot. Even though he's right-footed, he has a very good left foot. And then Benson up top is definitely, if Wilkes isn't the talisman of this team, it's got to be Benson. Always in good attacking positions, linking up the play beautifully, and I really, really enjoy him. We have Ambrose here, who we've not used yet because he is one of our new Youth Academy boys. He's going to be starting his first game in the highlights against Stevenage that you're about to see. But we've been using Anderson, and Anderson's pretty darn good. Not the best, but he's pretty good. I'm hoping, though, that bringing Ambrose in at 17 years old with room to develop, he's going to really take off. That is my hope. We're going to have to wait and see. But now, let's go hop into the highlights. First game, up against Stevenage. Stevenage sit in 20th on 5 points, only 1 point behind us, so this isn't going to be an assumed win. I decided to take in the 11 that have impressed me the most thus far this season, with new academy prospect Ambrose starting at center attack and mid. And just before halftime, Stevenage waltzed into our 18-yard box, and being unable to dispossess them, they fired home the opener to take the lead 1-0. But in the 88th minute, in the dying embers of the game, substitute Potts found Wilkes on a great attacking run, making it a one-on-one against the goalkeeper, which he slotted home to grab our equalizer 1-1. And just 3 minutes after Wilkes' equalizer, we had the final whistle, seeing us grab 1 point from the draw. Up next is Gillingham in the league, and they sit 2 places above us in 14th and equal on points with 7. We broke out the pink 3rd kit for this fixture and took in our best 11, with the only change being Anderson at center attacking mid for Ambrose due to tiredness. In the 36th minute, Anderson played in Benson with a through ball, and using his speed and strength, he ran past the defenders and shielded the ball, and with a clean finish, he gave us the lead 1-0. We did end up winning the match 1-0 thanks to Benson's lone goal, but we dominated this game, and we really need to do a better job of being more clinical in front of the net. The win over Gillingham jumps us up to 10th position on 10 points, and today we take on Crawley Town in 14th on 8 points. Due to fatigue in the squad, we rotated center back Lancaster for Guest, right back Prince for Dyer, and started prospect right winger Cameron for Hobbs. And in the 24th minute, Crawley Town sliced our defense with a through ball for them to grab a goal and the lead 1-0. 10 minutes later, they cut us apart again as if our defense wasn't even there and doubled their lead 2-0. Then 3 minutes after the restart, our two Youth Academy boys, Ambrose and Cameron, combined to have their lead 2-1, marking the first professional goal for Cameron and the first professional assist for Ambrose. But in the 61st minute, a terrible pass from Lawrence was picked off and they made us pay, padding their lead 3-1. And just 8 minutes after that, they added to our misery, firing home their fourth, making it 4-1. But in the 77th minute, we responded with a beautiful pass from Potts to Anderson for a clean finish, making it 4-2. Then in the 86th minute, we grabbed another, Arnold scoring it off a counterattack from a corner, and it was 4-3. And in the 94th minute, we completed the comeback. Arnold got a foot in and the ball fell to Potts, who then found a sliver of a passing lane to play in Anderson, who fired home his second and our equalizer, 4-4. After being down 4-1 in the 70th minute, we scored 3 goals in the last 20 minutes to rescue a draw, and I couldn't be more proud of the boys. The draw sees us drop 1 spot into 11th on 11 points. 2 spots above us sits Mansfield in 9th on 12 points, and due to their drop in form, we're going to keep the highlights rolling and come back for the Sutton United fixture. Against Mansfield, we are breaking out the third kit again and taking our strongest squad with Cameron starting on the right wing again. We got confirmation that Hobbs is done developing, and with Cameron scoring last game, we are sticking with the youth. In the 14th minute, Wilkes kept the ball through the defender's challenge and found Ambrose run on the right, where the prospect scored his first professional goal and gave us the lead 1-0. Then 7 minutes later, Wilkes played in Arnold, and it was a foot race that he won emphatically, giving Wilkes a second assist in the match and doubling our lead 2-0. But just before the halftime whistle, Mansfield had a corner that they headed past Ibrahim to have our lead 2-1. And within 2 minutes of the restart, Mansfield crossed to an open man to fire home their equalizer 2-2. 9 minutes later, in the 56th minute, they asserted their dominance further, once again finding an open man who rocketed in a goal to take the lead 3-2. Then, just 4 minutes after that, we were in a bad spot and guest clearance deflected straight to a Mansfield player for a tap-in, 4-2. To add insult to injury, Mansfield passed around our team and fired home their fifth, making it 5-2. But they weren't done there, and in the 87th minute, Guest was dispossessed and they found a run on the opposite side, and Ibrahim had a howler as he let in the 6th goal, 6-2. And at this point, I don't even have anything else to say. They embarrassed us as they fired home a 7th, ending the game 7-2. That 7-2 drumming against Mansfield was so demoralizing. We dominated that game in the first 40-ish minutes of that game. They scored right on the halftime whistle in the 45th minute, and after that it was like a completely different game. I don't know what happened, but they destroyed us in the second half. It was 2-1 at halftime, and then in the second half they scored 6 goals. We looked terrible, and I know it's to be expected with this young team and a bad team as it is. They're not good, and so there's going to be times when we have good results, and like the comeback where we drew the game 4-4, which was super exciting, and then just getting spanked by Mansfield 7-2 was so demoralizing. Oh man, it dropped us down into 13th position in the table. We have 11 points, and we have a -8 goal difference. We've shipped 23 goals, which is so bad. It is 6 more than any other team in this league. Yes, we've scored 15, which is pretty darn good. It's top half in this league, but it's just so bad. I mean, I can't. We got to figure out the defense. Getting a better goalkeeper. You saw in that Mansfield game with the highlights that there were a couple that like rolled right past Ibrahim, and he just didn't save them. He's not good. We got to find a goalkeeper. But today we're taking on Sutton United. They sit in 3rd, so I imagine we're probably going to get destroyed yet again. Hopefully not. Maybe we can sneak a win. They are undefeated this season, 4 wins and 5 draws, no losses. But I'm a little nervous about this one. We are still only 4 points out of the playoff spots. We're on 11 points, and Carlisle United, who sit in 7th, are on 15. So we're not far out of it, but man, results like that last game against Mansfield, who now jump back up into 6th, are demoralizing. Again, we're taking on Sutton United today, so let's go check out the team. This is the team we take in against Sutton United. We have Ibrahim in goal, a back four of Lawrence, Hyde, Guest, and Dyer, and a midfield pairing of Wilkes and Rice, attacking 3 of Arnold, Ambrose, and Cameron, and up top we have Benson. This, I think, is our best 11. Again, we got confirmation that Hobbs is no longer developing, so we're starting with Cameron. He's way faster, doesn't have the technical abilities, but I'm hoping that he can develop a little bit. On the bench, we have Prince, Barker, Conway, Anderson, Hobbs, Potts, and Coleman. Hobbs down here can come on and replace Cameron if needed. But again, this is the team we're rocking with. I think they give us the best chance to win, despite just losing 7-2 against Mansfield Town. Today we take on Sutton United, and hopefully it'll be a little bit better of a result. So let's hop into that game. And here we go. I gotta admit, guys, like I said, I am still pretty demoralized after that Mansfield game. That was the last game I played, obviously, and oh man, that was just frustrating. It just, again, I don't know what happened. It was like we were playing a different team in that second half, and they made the most of it. They embarrassed us badly. Can we get this down the wing? Okay, we can. Good pass. Cameron here on the ball. Going to Ambrose, and we'll go back down to Cameron here. Cut inside. Ambrose on the ball, spinning. Giving the ball to Rice. Got Wilkes there. And his shot is blocked. Does not come off. But I really feel like we are starting to click. I'm figuring this new FIFA out. I'm figuring out this terrible team. Here we go. We got Arnold in. It's not the best pass, and he is not dispossessed. Back to Wilkes. Can he do it? He cannot. Get it. Oh, I was trying to pass it down to Cameron on the right, but it was not to be. Did not come off. But like I said, we're starting to figure it out. We're not a terrible, I mean, we are a terrible team, but I mean, I think that we can at least finish top half, like I have said. But I really just got to get more of these Youth Academy boys in the door. I'm hoping that after this game, when we do our next scouting report, we get some crazy Youth Academy prospect. That would make me so happy, but I'm not holding my breath. We're going to just have to wait and see what happens. There's a good slide there, but we don't maintain possession, and they're in, and Ibrahim actually makes a save. It's out for a corner. But yeah, we got to find some of these Youth Academy boys and get them in quickly. I have recalled and fired the scout that was going to Brazil with a hope to maybe find a little bit better scout. Nothing crazy, but even just a two-star or something, because we got to start getting boys in. We're going to just rip this with Arnold, and it does not come off. I was hoping that he could maybe fire it past the keeper. Does not happen. And our attack is thwarted. We got Wilkes on the ball there, giving it to Benson here. Ambrose is there. And we'll go down this wing to Cameron. Can he do it? And oh my goodness, it almost comes off for Cameron. He really is fun to use. He's got great speed. And I'm excited that we have got him as a player on our team, because I think he's going to do a job for us. If we can get his potential up, that would be sweet, but I'm not sure we're going to be able to do that. And if we can't, he's at least a bridge, someone that can develop to maybe at least 70s, 7D, which will be a good backup for us for a while, and probably a starter for a good long while as well. We just really got to start filling these gaps. Again, because we can't buy anybody, free transfers. Oh, that's a goal, isn't it? No, get up, Ibrahim. But because we can't buy anybody, purchase people, or free transfers, it's going to be challenging. We got to make do with what we can. And I'm also trying to save some of my money, because we're going to have to re-sign a lot of these players who aren't good, just so that we can fill our squad. Okay, get it across. And there it is! Oh, and it's saved by their keeper. What a cross from Cameron to Benson, and Benson can't put it away. We do have a corner here, but oh, that was a good opportunity. We're just going to whip this in right here with Wilkes. Come on, make it happen. And it does not happen. Does not come off. I was trying to kind of do a low-driven cross, but that doesn't really come off. We have, with this new corner system, gotten a lot more of our guys to the ball on corners. Corners seem a little bit more potent, which I am excited about, because last year on FIFA, it was very hard to score from corners, at least for me. Maybe I'm just bad at them, but I was struggling. And he's in, Benson's in, and he fires it home. Hit him with the dead fish, the first dead fish, and it doesn't come off. Benson, what are you doing? I must have hit the wrong thing, but man, we get the goal, and we're up 1-0. Just a good little pass into Benson, using his body to shield the defender, fires at home. We don't get the dead fish off, but if you're new around here, we like dead fish, knockout punches, and the worm. And we're going to have a lot of those this season. And this series, once we start scoring some goals, we mess it up there, but the next goal, I promise you, we'll have a dead fish. What a goal from Benson. We're ahead 1-0. And we are about on the stroke of halftime. Sutton United trying to move in to our half. But we got to remember, they're third in the league. They have not been beaten this season. They're a good team. And for us to be leading is a huge deal for this young team. There's the halftime whistle. We go into the half up 1-0. Let's try and see if we can hold on to this win. I'm not comfortable with a 1-0 lead with this team. I've blown many of those. The only game where we have gotten away with it is the game against Gillingham this month, where we won 1-0. But other than that, I'm just not confident. We have to score some more goals. So let's get to that second half and see if we can do it. And right off the kickoff, Sutton United are pushing into our half and in a dangerous spot. We do get a foot on the ball, but okay, it does fall to us. But I have really enjoyed using Ambrose along with Cameron on this right wing. He's really fast. Come on, make a run. Here we go. He's really fast, and you don't get to see it there because he's dispossessed. But he has a lot of pace. We have not used the guy that we're moving to a striker. He has completed his move to striker. He went from a 48 to a 49. Nothing crazy, but he did go up, and he's our backup striker, and they're going to score. Oh, no. I mean, Guest is just spun around, or maybe that was Hyde. They spin around us, fire it past Ibrahim. We know Ibrahim cannot save shots, and they get their equalizer. It's 1-1. Here they are again, right off the kickoff. Ambrose was dispossessed. Good win there from Dyer. Cameron to Ambrose. We'll go up to Benson. Can we make something happen here? Get it down the wing to Cameron, and he's in. Come on, he's got the pace. Get there, buddy. Get there, buddy. And he does it! Hit him with the worm. I forgot to do the dead fish. It doesn't matter. We got a worm. And yes, we take the lead 2-1. That was massive. And that is exactly why I'm starting Cameron, because he makes those runs. He's so fast. He can run in and smash it home. It wasn't a great shot, but their goalkeeper did a bad job, just like Ibrahim does. And it doesn't matter because we get the goal. It's 2-1. Good interception there from Wilkes. Benson. Needed to pass that to Ambrose quicker, but here is our man. Don't you let that go out of bounds. And here's Ambrose, and he can't make it happen. I was trying to curl it, and it bounces off Cameron, and unfortunately I didn't react to it quick enough to try and get a little quick shot off with Cameron, but our attack is thwarted. Here's Ambrose trying to chase back. Ambrose is an interesting one. I like how he feels, but I wish he had a little bit more pace. I think if we can develop his pace, he's going to be a very good player. They're in again, and we know a 1-goal lead is not safe with this young team. Guest is trying to play some defense. Can't quite. Okay, Hyde does do a good job there, and that's a terrible, terrible... Okay, goes way wide, thankfully. So we're just making 4 subs at the moment. We might bring on another sub. For now, it's Anderson on for Ambrose, Hobbs on for Arnold, with Cameron moving over to the left wing. Prince down here coming on for Dyer, and Conway is coming on for Rice. We just need some freshness. These guys are getting tired. I'm not sure who I want to use my last sub on, if I want to replace Wilkes or Cameron maybe. So we're going to just hold on to that last sub and try and see out this match. We got the 2-1 lead right now. We got to hold on to this. This would be a huge win for us, so let's go try and make it happen. Here is the restart. Hyde to Lawrence. Let's see if we can just run with Lawrence if no one's going to pressure him. We got Cameron there getting over the top, and it is a good ball. And the defender's holding on to him and jostles him out. He's a little weak, I guess. Can't maintain possession. But we do have Anderson on the pitch now in that center attack and mid-roll, and he's been playing well. You guys saw him get the brace in the 4-4 draw where we came back. He's been having a good little run in the team, but we gotta hold on. We have to possess the ball here, or we're gonna be made to pay. I can just feel it. We got it over the top to Hobbs, and he's freshly on the pitch. Can he just use his legs? We'll get it up to Benson, and it does not come off. And our attack is thwarted, but we're near the end of this game. We got 10 minutes left. Can we hold on for the win? Again, this would be a huge statement win for us. And Guest gets a foot in. Great defense from Guest. and we don't get the ball all the way out as the pass to Cameron is cut out. We're in a bad spot. Ibrahim does make the save. Got 7 minutes left in this game. We have to possess the ball and just play good football. Can we make it happen? Going up to Benson. We got Hobbs wide open on the right. Back in to Anderson. He is fast. Anderson, that is. Wilkes. And, oh, I thought Benson could maybe get there. It is cut out. 3 minutes left on the clock of regular time. If they get extra time, we know that they're going to get like 50 extra minutes. I know, that's a little excessive. It's not 50, but it's so frustrating that they didn't fix that from last year's game where the other team just has so much extra time. It's just not fair. When you have extra time, they call it right at the cutoff. When they have extra time, they give them so much extra time. But if they stay where they are, we should get a final whistle any second now, like this. Why are you not blowing the whistle, ref? Come on, ref. Don't do me dirty like this. It goes out, and there's the final whistle. We get the 2-1 win over Sutton United. That was huge. They were third in the league, and man, this season is going to be an emotional roller coaster as we get thumped 7-2 by Mansfield Town and then beat the third best team in the league, handing them their first loss. We win 2-1 at home. That was massive. The win moves us up into 10th position. From 13th to 10th, we're on 14 points and now 1 point out of the promotion playoff spots, the 7th position. We're in a good spot, honestly, for this team. We've still given up way too many goals. We have a negative goal difference. The only team up here, really, that has one, especially so big. We have the worst goal difference in the league, actually, but we still sit in 10th position, which is pretty crazy. When we lose really hard. But it doesn't matter. We're in a good spot. 14 points on the board, 1 point out of those playoff promotion spots. I don't expect to get out of this league this season. I honestly think it might hurt us if we do move up to EFL League One in our first season. Maybe not, but we're just going to have to wait and see. If we sit in this league for 2 seasons to start out this series, I'm okay with that while we try and develop some of these young guys. We'll just have to wait and see. But now it's time for the scouting reports. Hinga-dinga dargan, you know what time it is. Grab a drink, grab some popcorn. We're here for the scouting reports. Here is Jeremy Coleman, $230,000 value. I think our cutoff's $200,000 at this point just because we have to get players in the door and start developing them. Potential is not good, 63 to 87. But in my mind, this first season, all these guys who are not that great that we're bringing in are going to be the filler of our squad that's going to start propelling us up. And as we move farther up, we'll just start selling some of these guys. But Jeremy Coleman, welcome to the team. Looks like a central midfielder. We'll check him out in just a moment. Here's Frank Lewis. Looks like maybe a right winger, $250,000 value, 5'9", 57 to 79 potential. Once again, not very good, but we need players, so we're signing them. Here is a look at the Youth Academy. Baumgartner's still down here, still only a 49 overall, still not very good. And then we got Jeremy Coleman, $250,000 value, and he is not good. He can't defend. He has 22 defending. Looks like more of a center attacking mid. We'll probably go ahead and switch his position there. We're going to call him up. No, we're not. At 43, he's probably not going to get into our team, so we're not going to call him up yet. We will call up Frank Lewis, injury prone, which is not good to see, but has 72 pace, decently quick, could become a player. Once again, not good potential, but we just got to roll with these not great players and try and make something out of them. Now, before we go, when I was assigning these guys to training regimens, it's going to take Jeremy Coleman to turn into pretty much any position 12 weeks. Attacking position, that is. Center, mid, and forward. All those positions, it's going to take him 12 weeks. I figured let's just make him a striker. He has really good agility and pace. It's very well balanced. 70 acceleration and 68 sprint speed is not terrible starting out, but he has 77 agility. If you guys remember Frank Baker from last series, kind of similar story with him. He didn't have the best pace, but he had a lot of agility. And Jeremy Coleman can dribble as well, so we're going to make him a striker. Yeah, I don't know, and see what happens. It might work, it might not work, but we're going to try it anyways. I'm not using him in the center of the park with 22 defending. It's just not going to work. So Jeremy Coleman is being moved to striker, and when that happens, I'll let you guys know. But that's our youth scouting report this month. If you have enjoyed that, leave a thumbs up on the video. If you're new around here, subscribe to the channel. If you enjoy watching me get thrashed 7-2 and then winning games 2-1 and being so excited about it. Subscribe to the channel. These videos come out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Thank you guys so much for the support already. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, trying to grow this channel, and I love making these videos for you guys. I am enjoying this team's journey through the Crucible. Until next time, Efour out.